Dear students, hello everyone. Today, let's learn about the situation of study tours around the world. In various countries, in the cultures of various ethnic groups, study tours are highly respected learning and education style. The educational methods of study tours in many relatively mature countries or regions have basically established relatively mature for the study tour education industry, regulatory systems. Among them, countries like the UK and Japan, study tours develop relatively well and have their own characteristics. First, let's take a look at the continental study tours in the UK. As the birthplace of the modern travel industry, the UK has always had a tradition of advocating study tours. From the 16th to the 18th century, this trend of study tours became stronger and was called continental study tours. Continental study tours were, for British aristocratic children, an important part of the education, and were influenced by the Renaissance in Britain, the humanistic ideas. European countries like the Netherlands, Italy, and France had extraordinary appeal and became destinations for many British aristocratic students to study tours. During the study tour, aristocratic children could understand the customs and cultures of various European countries, broaden their horizons, receive humanistic education, and improve their humanistic literacy. The content of study tours has also changed. Initially, there was a focus on humanity subjects, but later the focus shifted to practical disciplines such as law and medicine. However, as aristocratic children, study was not their main purpose, and most of them considered the tour itself as the focus. Until the late 18th and early 19th centuries, with the arrival of the Industrial Revolution, the characteristics of aristocratic continental study tours gradually weakened. A large number of middle-class and ordinary working-class children also joined the ranks of continental study tours, promoting the transformation of British study tours from aristocratic activities to popular educational activities. After British continental study tours developed into popular study tours, the British government and educational administrative departments paid more and more attention to study tours, which were included in local teaching syllabuses, and including private schools, all schools were required to carry out study tours. The characteristics of British continental study tours mainly include 4 aspects. First, experiential. In order to gain different campus culture experiences, British students have the opportunity to go into study tour destinations, to visit and learn in famous schools. These schools provide students with traditional cultural welcome ceremonies, allowing students to, as a whole, understand the culture of the school. In addition, schools also make study tour plans suitable for students' development, including learning plans, internship plans, and entertainment plans, avoiding superficial study tour experiences and allowing students to fully experience the fun of study tours. 2. Educational. In popular study tours in the UK, its main purpose is to cultivate students' autonomous learning, independent thinking, and teamwork, communication, and cooperation consciousness and ability. Therefore, for students, they prepare diverse course content and guidance strategies, including expert lectures, teacher-student speeches, exchanges and discussions, group cooperation, etc. In addition, British students, through visiting local tourist attractions, experience local cultural characteristics and humanities. Students can also participate in outdoor adventures, treasure hunting adventures, themed dinners, group competitions, and other forms to experience the essence of study tours, which combine studying and touring. 3. Participation. In popular study tours in the UK, an important part is to give students the opportunity to observe and participate in schools of European countries in the classroom teaching and personally experience the differences in educational concepts and teaching methods in European countries. For students' future learning methods, providing references. 4. Diversity. Popular study tours in the UK can provide for students rich learning resources. Students can integrate into the school environments of European countries, enjoy various learning resources of the school, understand the cultural heritage and contemporary life of European countries, and have the opportunity to visit local cultural celebrities and communicate with them face-to-face. The development of study tours in the UK, from aristocratic to popular, reflects the characteristics of shifting from travel to learning, and then to learning through travel, with the organic integration of the two. The British government departments, schools, families, and social travel agencies attach great importance to study tours and meticulously design overall linkage. To guarantees for the popularization of study tours, they provide important guarantees. Next, let's take a look at the school trips in Japan. Study tours in Japan originated from school trips. As early as 1882, in Tochigi, a teacher at the first junior high school organized students to visit, which was held in Wano, Tokyo, the second Industrial Development Promotion Expo. Since then, school trips gradually became popular in Japan. The term school trip first appeared in activities held at Nagano Normal School and was subsequently published in educational magazines. Since then, the term school trip has been widely used. By 1946, through policies, Japan had incorporated school trips into the education system. Later, in Japanese culture, it became an important part. The characteristics of school trips in Japan mainly include 4 points. First, wide coverage. In Japan, school trips have become, in elementary, junior high, and high school education, an important part. According to statistics from 2008, where in Japanese schools, the proportion of schools implementing school trip education was 94.1% for high schools, 97% for junior high schools, and 93.6% for elementary schools. Second, diverse contents. According to the age of students, school trips contents and destinations are different. Elementary school trips mainly take place near the school, in scenic areas, while middle school trips generally go to areas unfamiliar to students. High school trips tend to focus on experiencing nature and understanding history and culture. In terms of trip content, there are many types, including visiting historical sites, learning traditional culture, inspecting advanced enterprises, experiencing nature, vocational experience, covering many fields such as politics, economy, culture, and nature. Third, sound system. The education committees of Japan's 47 prefectures and designated cities, in accordance with the requirements of MEXT, formulate school trip implementation standards and comprehensively review the implementation and management of school trips. With government intervention, school trips are incorporated into the education system, and in terms of finance and regulatory policies, great guarantees are provided. Fourthly, specialized research associations. Japan has many professional organizations specializing in school trips, in the implementation of school trips, which play an important role, such as conducting investigations and research on school trips, regularly conducting data statistics and information sharing, promoting the sharing of study resources, standardizing the study market, providing decision-making consultation, etc. The development of school trips in Japan has gathered the strength of the government, schools, associations, and the media, forming a relatively complete mechanism for the healthy development of school trips. Its distinctive features are recognized as, in the modern sense, the beginning of study tours. Through the study in this lesson, everyone has learned about, in the UK and Japan, the characteristics of study tours in countries. In fact, in many countries around the world, study tours are relatively well developed, with relatively mature study tour education industries. Many countries or regions have basically established for study tour education industries mature regulatory systems, which have become, around the world, in the cultures of various ethnic groups, important learning and educational methods. Alright, everyone, that's it for today's class. Goodbye.